Good morning, students. With our today's topic in geography, we have started actually the transport and the communication topic. And in transport and communication topic, we are going to start the seaports today. So concentrate yourself. Three ports of the Pakistan in order of importance are Kemari, that is also called Karachi Port, Port Qasim and Gwadar. So these are the ports of the Pakistan in order of importance. So this is the first one. This is on number two as importance is concerned, and this is on number three. See the next topic which is going to be started is main functions of the ports on the Balochistan coast. So the main function of the ports on Balochistan coast is fishing. So this is the main function. One third of the marine fishing is done along the Balochistan coast. So the Pakistan's total fishing, out of total fishing, one third of the marine fishing is done on the Balochistan coast. There is subsistence fishing as well as commercial fishing. In case of the commercial fishing, the fish are dried, packed, and exported. Those engaged in subsistence fishing use sailboats and traditional method of the fishing. Some import-export trade is carried on, but on a very limited scale. So the main purpose of the ports on the Balochistan coast is fishing. There is to some extent, trade activities are also done. Next topic is reasons why the ports in Balochistan are small. So there are the reasons. So we are going to discuss one by one. So first reason is there is no large river and estuary or deep natural inlet along the Balochistan coast, which could provide a sheltered harbor. So there is no large river. So this is the first reason. That's why ports in Balochistan are small. Number two reason is ports of the Balochistan have a hinterland which is barren, unproductive, very thinly populated and underdeveloped. So that this is the second reason. Most of the land is barren, unproductive, very thinly populated, and underdeveloped. Third reason is means of the transport are absent. That is, the port is not connected by road and rail with the inland main centers. Number next is there is neither industry nor proper cultivation near the ports. And the last reason is Balochistan ports activities are confined to fishing operations only. Therefore, the ports are small. So these are the reasons. The next topic is Port Qasim, why and other ports. So we are going to discuss the reasons behind why we need another port, that is Port Qasim. So it was necessary to build a new port at Port Qasim. Karachi was the only port of the Pakistan with growing population. So this is the first reason. Karachi was the only port of the Pakistan. Next reason is with the growing population, increasing trade and industry, the workload of the Karachi port is increased greatly. This is the second reason. Next is it was handling 3 million tons of the cargo in 1950, which increased to 20 million tons by 1990. Karachi was also handling the foreign trade. This is the next reason. Karachi was also handling the foreign trade of Afghanistan. Therefore, the need of the new port was felt. The new port of the Port Qasim was built in 1970s, handling raw material imported for PSM, that is Pakistan Steel Mill. So this is the next reason, handling raw material imported for the PSM, that is coking oil, coal, iron ore and manganese. So these are the reasons behind establishing a new port, that was Port Qasim. The next topic is why Port Qasim was built on Garo Creek. So there are definitely reasons behind the establishment of the Port Qasim on Garo Creek. So we are going to discuss the reasons now. So the site was chosen because the creek provides a deep, sheltered and safe harbor. This is the first reason. Next is Garo Creek, also called Pitti Creek or Pipri Creek, was a deep inlet which was found suitable for building a port which is close to the Pakistan Steel Mill. So this is the next reason. The port was specially built to handle iron ore and coke and steel mill machinery because steel mill works entirely on imported iron ore and coal. So second reason is done. Next is the area was unused, therefore cheap land was available. So this is the third reason. Fourth reason is Port Qasim is close to the Landi industrial area, which is further being developed. So fourth reason is done. And last reason is the port is connected by the road to the national highway and by rail to the main rail line, which connects it to the Lahore, Rawalpindi and Peshawar. So these are the reasons why Ghero Creek was chosen for the establishment of the Port Qasim. The next topic is the main imports on the Port Qasim and their purposes. So concentrate now. Port Qasim was built specially to serve the Pakistan Steel Mill. This is the first purpose. Its main imports are iron ore, oil, coking coal, and steel mill machinery. Iron ore is used, so this is the purpose now, and these are the imports. Iron ore is used in Pakistan Steel Mill, which produces pig iron, billets, and steel sheets. Oil is used in the transport, power generation, and industries. So these are the purposes now, and here were the imports. Machinery is imported for industrial development of the country. It includes vehicles, power plants, and agricultural machinery. The port has been expanded and now it also handles other cargo as well as the food grains, cement, edible oil, fertilizer, etc. So these are some more imports which are done on the Port Qasim, and now their purposes are food grain and edible oil are used for domestic consumption. Cement is used for building purposes and fertilizers is used in agriculture. So these are some imports which are done on Port Qasim and their purposes. The next topic is Gwadar Port. So concentrate yourself now. Gwadar Port, part of the huge development project aimed at long-term socio-economic uplift of the Balochistan. So this is a huge project for Balochistan. Located on the Makran coast and being built with the Chinese assistance since 2001. Total allocated area 2,500 acres, surrounded by the hill range, desert, and tidal flats. So the next topic in Gwadar Port is factor affecting the Gwadar Port's location and development. So there are some factors. So concentrate now. Maritime climate keeps weather clear for most of the part of the year. So the first reason is for this location is most of the part of the year is having a very clear weather. Number two is much shorter distance from the UAE, Oman, and other Middle Eastern countries. So this is the second reason for choosing this location. Exploitation of a long coastline where so far only two ports have been developed. So this is another reason. A very long coastline that is having only two ports. So this is the next reason. Next is it will reduce the burden on the Karachi port. So definitely this is next reason. Next, it will attract foreign investment. Next is designated to promote development of the various industries including fishing and tourism. Next is a special highway is designed to be connected to the KKH, that is Karakoram Highway, and by that way to the landlocked Central Asian republics. The Central Asian republics might avail warehousing and transit facilities offered by the Pakistan for the imports and exports of these states. The same can be availed by Pakistan, and thus Pakistan can generate revenue for its own development. So this is the reason this was developed to give services to the landlocked countries of Central Asian countries, and this can generate revenue for Pakistan as well. Next reason is in case of the prolonged suspension of the operation at the Karachi port and Port Qasim, the Gwadar port may continue to provide services and thus prevent huge losses that Pakistan might incur. Next, last reason is the coastal Makran Highway will link this neglected part of the Balochistan with Karachi in the east and Jiwani near Iran in the west. This will be an important helping factor in promoting trade through the land route with Iran. So this is the last reason for developing Gwadar Port. So these are the reasons. Okay, the next topic is still there are some obstacles to be covered, to be tackled before establishing the Gwadar Port, because Gwadar Port establishment is a very tough task, particularly for Pakistan, because Pakistan is having a lot of difficulties. So the topic is feasibility of the development and major obstacles to be removed on Gwadar Port, provision of the physical infrastructure. So these are the problems which we are going to discuss for to be covered before the full establishment of the Gwadar Port. The first obstacle is the government is still has to provide water, power, and skilled labor. Gwadar is an area of very low population density. So, beta, Gwadar itself is having a very low population. So, the skilled workers, water, electricity, gas is needed for the development of a good structure. Na? So, government has to provide, and skilled labor is also required. So, moreover, it has won the confidence of the Baloch tribes who continue to feel deprived and being exploited by the federal government. So this is another reason Baloch tribes are angry with the government. So these tribes have been in the state of the uprising since 2004, and the killing of the prominent tribal chief Nawab Akbar Bukti in August 2006 has worsened the local political situation. So this is the first problem which we are facing as a Pakistani government to be covered before the establishment of the Gwadar Port. Next problem is WAPDA has announced to establish a grid station in the area. So this is the announcement, but WAPDA has to work a lot before the establishment, before the establishment of the grid station in the area, because this is a very huge project. This requires a lot of manpower and a lot of money. So next problem to be covered is completion of the Mirani Dam and Akoda Dam will result in the provision of the water supply. So these are still under development. So this is the problem still to be covered. Next is skilled labor is being supplied by other parts of the country. So this is another problem, because Balochistan itself is having a very thinly population, and education is not very advanced there. So skilled labor is required. So skilled labor is coming from the other parts of the country. So these are the problems to be covered before the full establishment of the Gwadar Port. Next is a rail network has also been approved. So this is approved, not done so far. So network has also been approved to link Gwadar with the rest of the country. So this has to be done if we want Gwadar Port to be fully working. And other rail link has been planned. So this is again planned, not done, to link Gwadar with Taftan via Sandak. So these are the problems which have to be covered, which have to be tackled before the establishment of the Gwadar Port. The next topic is benefits of establishing the Gwadar Port for Pakistan. So we are going to discuss one by one different benefits. So concentrate yourself now. Thousands of the jobs for the local and people from the other areas. So this is the first benefit for Pakistani people. Next is long-term and possibly sustainable development of the Balochistan. So this is the next benefit for the Balochistan. Sustainable development will be there because of the establishment of the Gwadar Port, will reduce regional disparity and lower the sense of the deprivation among the people of the Balochistan. Next benefit is Balochistan will be connected to the other parts of the country as well as such big markets as the Central Asian republics and Iran. So this is an other benefit. Next benefit is industrial growth as a result of setting up industrial estates and export processing zones. So definitely if we are successful in establishment of the Gwadar Port, definitely around the Gwadar Port there will establish industrial zones and export processing zones. So this is another advantage for Pakistan. Next advantage is fishing industry of the Makran will be boosted. So this is another benefit. Next is tourism industry will flourish. Next benefit is more parts of the several hundred kilometer long coastal belt will be gainfully utilized because we have a very long coastline which is unused so far. So if we are successful in the establishment of the Gwadar port, we will be successful in using that unused coastline. So this is another benefit. Improve relations with China and more chances of further foreign investment. So China is our brother country and China is helping us in the establishment of the Gwadar port. So improved relation will be there. Next benefit is more foreign trade and thus more chances of the economic development. Next is development of the physical infrastructure, power, gas, water supplies and communication will facilitate. So if we are successful in the establishment of the Gwadar port, definitely Blochi people, Balochistan will have advanced electricity, advanced infrastructure of the water, advanced infrastructure of the gas and road network, rail network, maybe there will be airports. So infrastructure will be more developed in case we are successful. Next is similar development in the inland areas that are so far underdeveloped, and this in turn will result in increased mining activity in Balochistan. So this is another advantage, because if we are successful in developing a good infrastructure in Balochistan, mining activity will be boosted. And last benefit is foreign trade by land route with Iran and Afghanistan will also improve. So these will be the benefits if we got successful in the establishment of the Gwadar port. Okay, beta, next topic which we are going to start is the factors affecting the location of a seaport. So remember, there are two factors which are required for the development of any seaport in the world. Number one is natural harbor is required, and number two is natural breakwater is required. So what is natural harbor and what is natural breakwater is we are going to discuss now. So the presence of the natural harbor. Natural harbor is a stretch of the water close to the shore that provides anchorage of the ships, where ships can land themselves. So this is called the natural harbor. And a natural breakwater is a wall shield that protects the harbor from the force of the waves, because you know in a sea the waves are coming with a big force. So natural breakwater is a natural wall given by the god or nature that protect the shore or harbor from the force of the waves. So two things are required. So these are the two things which are required for the establishment of a seaport anywhere in the world. A natural harbor that is required for the anchorage of the ships, where ships can land themselves near the shore, and the natural breakwater that is actually the natural wall given by, that is actually the natural protection given by the nature, which protects the harbor from the force of the waves. So these are the two things. So now we are discussing particularly natural Karachi port. Karachi port has both these advantages, as it has a natural harbor sheltered by the islands of the Kemari and the breakwater at Manora. So that's why Karachi port is established. The next topic which we are going to discuss is the location of the seaport as far as Pakistan is concerned. So we are going to discuss what benefits Pakistan is having for establishing these seaports. So here are the points. Pakistan's coastline is located at very important point of the international trade route of the sea transport. So this is the first point. Pakistan's coastline is very important. So next point is in the east and the south, the Arabian Sea water and leads to the Indian Ocean. So Pakistan's coastline is very near to the Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean, and by that way to the important ports of the Southeastern Asian countries and the South Pacific states. So we are very near to the Central Asian countries and Pacific states. So these are the points which are helping for the establishment of seaports in Pakistan. Next is in the west, it has access to the Persian Gulf and the Red Sea. So in the west, we are very near to Persian Gulf and the Red Sea, and from there to Mediterranean Sea and many important European and North African ports. So the next point is it has great capacity of the expansion, and a plan in this regard has been started. So this is the next point. Next is it has a number of the wharves. A wharf is a flat structure built beside the sea where boats, ships can be moored, tied. So this is another point. Pakistan's coastline is very helpful, very beneficial, where ships and boats can be tied. So low waves with force can come here, can be moved and goods unloaded. All the wharves in the eastern and western ports are collectively called East Wharf and the West Wharf. Okay, students, the next topic which we are going to discuss is the development plan for the Kemari port. Construction of a liquid products terminal with ancillaries. So this is the first point for the development plan of the Kemari port, because we have constructed it for the liquid products terminal. Next point is a number of the flyover bridges that connects and bypass the port area have been built. So this is another point for the development, because we have good infrastructure near Kemari. Installation of the radars and navigation aids. So this is another point helping the development plan of the Kemari port. Next is improvement in the berth functions to handle increasing bulk and volume of the cargo. Next point which is helpful for the development is expansion of the wharves for more storage capacity. Next is a specially built container terminal at the West Wharf. So these are all the helpful points. Next is installation of the modern equipment for removing various forms of the pollution in the seawater. And the last point that is beneficial for the development of the Kemari port is establishment of the Pakistan National Shipping Corporation in 1979 to develop the shipping industry and the ocean transport. So these are the points which are helpful for the development of the Kemari port. Okay, beta, next point here which we are going to discuss is how and why Karachi port has benefited from the trade with Afghanistan. Because Afghanistan is a landlocked country that is not having airports. Sorry, airports are there, but not having sea around it, because that is landlocked. Around there, other countries are there. So the points for how and why has the Karachi port benefited from trade with Afghanistan are: first point is Afghanistan is a landlocked country. Its exports and imports conveniently pass through Karachi, which handles all seaborne trade of the Afghanistan. So Afghanistan's all sea trade is done through the Karachi port. The port of the Karachi earns more revenue from handling the Afghan trade. So this is the reason, because we are handling their trade, so we are earning revenue. Next point is there is increased employment at the port. Shipping activity and service industries have also been increased to meet the needs. So these are the points. That's why we are trading, we are giving help for Afghan trade through Karachi port. The next point is advantages of the sea transport. So we are now discussing the advantages. Number one is maintenance of the sea transport is quite less as compared to the other means. So this is the first advantage. Next is heavy and bulky goods can be transported easily at little cost through water transport. Next advantage is during natural calamities like flood and rains, when rail and road transport is disrupted, Relief operations can be operated through water transport. Next benefit is development of the shipping is essential for the defense of the country also. It is also called second line of the defense. And the last benefit is water transport also plays important role in foreign trade. So these are the advantages. Okay, beta, last very short topic is disadvantages of the sea transport. So now we are going to discuss disadvantages. So the first disadvantage is it is a slow means of the transport. Number two is water transport is more risky as compared to the other means. Next is it is unsuitable for small businesses. Next is in deep sea, if boat gets into storm, it becomes difficult to rescue. So these are some disadvantages of the sea transport.